So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're here to discuss PES 2016 and really what I feel has to be fixed when it comes to the gameplay side of things. I've already done one for Master League, so be sure to check that out. The link is in the description. But today it's all about the gameplay, which we know is the most important part of any game, and for PES 2016. Now, we've played PES 2015, we've laughed, we've cried, we've had frustrating moments. We've had exciting times, we've had boring times, but at the end of the day, there are always things that have to be addressed. Now, this is not a wish list, this is what I feel has to be improved by Konami this year. Whether it will happen or not is a complete different story. Let me know in the comments if I do miss things out. I probably will, because there is quite a few to go through, but I'm going to do my best. So here we go. Number one for me personally is the ball physics. I do not feel they are up to standards. I still think, yes, they're okay, but the way the ball curves, the way the ball moves around in the air, there's not enough for me. FIFA has it more spot on when it comes to real life ball physics. So I think that definitely is something Konami do need to improve this year. Especially when you see players curling a ball. I feel there's way too much bend, or it just doesn't look natural when free kicks are taken as well. It doesn't look quite as natural. The knuckleball shot looks better. I think when the likes of Ronaldo, etc. do hit those types of shots, that does look more realistic. But still, the ball physics is something that does need to be improved this year. Otherwise, we're going to be seeing the same sort of things as we did this year. Number two, the animations. I think everyone in the world who has played PES knows that the animations are not up to scratch. It has been improved this year, yes, but still, it is miles away from where it should be. You play a couple of games and within half an hour, you've basically seen them all. And it's not good enough. They really do need to do mocap and extend it to really deep lengths. We need to see animations for different saves from the keeper to players dribbling, shooting, passing, tackling, everything. There needs to be hundreds and hundreds of different animations. And there's no reason why they can't. This is 2015 now. So we should see an abundance of different animations throughout the course of many different games. Number three, more fouls, which is just non-existent in PES 2015. Maybe we'll get 4 or 5 fouls a game. That is unbelievably unrealistic, especially when we have rival matches. Manchester United up against Arsenal, Real Madrid against Barcelona. There's a lot of fouls in the game. Teams will go, hammer and tong at each other in the real world. But on PES, you barely see a foul given from the AI, and it's just not good enough. And that leads me into my next point, number 4, of the referees, who are still not where they should be. There's not enough fouls given. The referees still playing an advantage rule, or not playing advantage rule. You play online, someone will hack you down, and the referee completely ignores it. And it's just frustrating and annoying. And the referees have to have, for me, a complete overhaul. They haven't been good enough for many years. I remember one point in time on PES, the referees were so bad that fouls weren't given at all. You could completely take them out two-footed and the referee just played on. So the programming there needs to be sorted out. Referees is a massive thing that we need to see addressed. Number 5, better AI variety for me, harder CPU, and a lot more variety basically from the CPU. This year, yes, the AI was better, but still there were many problems. Basically, them not crossing the ball. I think we can all agree that when you play against the AI this year, they do not cross the ball. They do the same thing. They go down the line, they cut inside, they pass it in, and it's just telegraphed. We know what they're going to do. There isn't enough variety for me from different teams. It's not hard enough as well on Superstar. You can pretty much start winning games easy peasy after a couple of hours of playing it. So I would really like to see them just stepping it up, making it more lifelike, realistic. Different teams playing in different styles. FIFA can also take a leaf out of this book because it's not good enough as well. The AI is pretty much the same for most teams. But I do want to see a lot more variety from them. Crosses, different shot types, different counter-attacking styles from Real Madrid and Barcelona. But just not enough there for me this year. Number 6, that leads me on to sort of the less ping-pongy type of football that I've been seeing. I'm not a huge fan of it. You can pretty much press X and get away with it. You can play one-touch football even when you play on sort of one-bar support. you can still do that, and it leads to a very arcadey experience. You know, PES has the elements of simulation, but it also has the arcadey feel to it as well. And it is frustrating when you go online and it's literally a ping pong fest between two different teams. From the keeper to the forwards, it's XXX in on goal, and before you know it, you're in the back of the net. It's not really realistic at all, and it's just, to me, too scripted. So I'd like them to try and eradicate that feel and get it to play more of a realistic game. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. You can't say too much more about it. I think passes need to go into more space than necessarily to players' feet. That makes it a hell of a lot less realistic. And overall, that's what I want to see. Less ping pong, and especially online. Here's the thing for online. You can play up against people that we use the trick stick, and they can double tap, I think it's R3, and they'll do the rainbow flick over and over again. How annoying is it to watch someone online do that? And the players won't do anything about it, because once the ball's in the air, that's it. It's sort of programmed that the players will be so dumb they just watch the ball go over their head. So that needs to be gone completely from online. The tricks that are just stupidly unrealistic need to go. That brings me into number 7, the goalkeepers. Yes, they've been improved for quite a while. They're probably the best they've been, but still their reaction times aren't good enough. The closing down of goalies could be a little bit better. You do see the better goalies like Manuel Neuer coming out and committing. That's done quite well this year, but still, animations need to be improved. The reaction times need to be there. Just need to look and feel more like a goalkeeper. They do dive very stagnant and just look very awkward at times. They come out and punch the ball, yes, but still, goalies do need just a slight tweak here and there to make it that much better. Number 8, I do think the graphics do need a little bit more of a lifelike feel. Every now and then it looks a little bit cartoony. The grass textures don't look good enough. The shadowing isn't an improvement. The PC, if you play with SweetFX, you'll see how much better the game looks than the PS4, Xbox One. That's how the game should look for me out of the box. Grass needs to look green. Shadows need to look nice. Players looking more lifelike and not so plasticky. And, I mean, maybe that's just a personal preference from me, but that's something I'd like to see improved as well. The penalty system, number 9. That has not really been massively overhauled at all over the last few years. I don't like it. It looks pathetic. It really is bad, if I'm being honest with you. The penalty system needs to have a massive overhaul. FIFA has it right, and it gives you a lot of freedom. The goalies don't look like robots on the goalie line, and it's just better on FIFA. So if they take a leaf out of their book, they probably won't, let's be honest, but penalty system needs to be overhauled. Number 10, broadcast feel. Replays looking more like an actual lifelike game, because right now the replays are so boring. I fall asleep every time I look at them, and the broadcast cameras as well need to be a little bit tweaked. We just need a more broadcast feel. This is a football game. They may not have all the licenses, but it doesn't mean Konami can't go around and try and get realistic camera angles, realistic replays. Many car games do that without licenses. So Konami, please, let's get there. Get players, get team members, employees down to football grounds and take some proper camera shots and incorporate that into the game. That would be massive. Showing the up-and-coming matches during matchups would also be a big plus. It doesn't have to be licensed once again, but it would add a little bit more of a broadcast feel. Number 11, the collision system for me still does need a little bit of a tweak. It isn't as bad as sort of the Impact engine or whatever engine that FIFA uses, because they are some laughable animations in there, but it still does need a little bit more. The collisions not quite there at times. It isn't been tweaked enough for my liking. So I think Konami definitely something they do need to improve upon. But the Fox engine does a decent job of sort of sorting out the collisions this year. They are better than they were when they used to dive about 60 foot in the air. But still, of course, improvements are all around. So I think that's basically it. That's all the points I have when it comes to gameplay. I'm sure there are little ones that I have missed. Please let me know in the comments what you guys want to see improved and fixed upon. This isn't a wish list, this is what has to be improved, and I feel all those points I've discussed today would really make for a better experience on the field for PES 2016. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to rate, comment and subscribe, share it around. Let's try and get this up to a couple of hundred likes, and until next time, take care.
Yeah.